press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, today in this class we are going to study a new chapter, that is human environment interactions. Human environment interaction and the tropical and the subtropical region. And subtropical region. So, this is the heading of the today's topic, that is human environment interaction and the tropical and the subtropical region. Yes, the human environment, as I said already, everything which is surrounding a human is environment. So, human environment means everything which is surrounded by a human is known as human environment. What are the interactions? Interactions means, okay, now imagine I will ask you a question so that you guys will reply that to me. Yes. So, in between me and you guys, interaction will be going on. Whatever the question I ask, you will also give me the answer. That is known as interaction. Action, reaction to a action is interaction. Okay. So, how are the reactions happening? What are the interaction? What are the actions happening? And what are the reactions to that action, or simply what are the interactions happening in the human environment is human environment interaction. Okay, if this is first, let me explain it to you slowly. Human environment interactions means the interactions which are taking place in the human environment, where environment means which is surrounding us and interactions means action, reaction to a action. Okay, communication, anything it may be. Understood? And the tropical and the subtropical region, we will study about what is tropical and the subtropical regions. Okay, so take your textbook and see clearly that Renuka was excited. Shrikant uncle was home after a gap of nearly 4 months. Here they are telling a girl named Renuka in this storyboard. They are telling Shrikant's uncle came after a 4 months. He was a wildlife photographer and travelled widely. That Shrikant's uncle was a wildlife photographer. Wildlife means Vanyajeevi. Understood? Wildlife means Vanyajeevi. He is a wildlife photographer. He used to take the photos of wild animals. It may be a lion, tiger, anything. He used to take a photograph of those wild animals. So, he is called as a wildlife photographer. That wildlife photographer, he came after 4 months to home. And Renuka was excited. Why? We'll see. Renuka's interest in wildlife and forests began at an early age. This Renuka, she was very interested in wildlife and forests. Okay. Pictures of distant lands. Oh, okay, not that. When her uncle introduced her to books on nature, pictures of distant land and the people who lived, they always fascinated there. Her uncle, he introduced her to a book of nature. When she was early age, she was reading a nature book. That's how she got the interest in nature, distant people, distant places. Distance means far away. Okay, distant places, distant people, distant creature, everything. She was interested in distant things. She was interested in wildlife. She was interested in the life of those wild creatures. Okay, in this, okay, and you guys see there is a picture. In that picture, there are different kind of people you can see. You can see some people, you can see the differences in the clothes, you can see the differences in the color, you can see the differences in the many kind of differences we can see in those people. But there are people, still there is some kind of differences among them. Why is that so? We will see in the next para. You can see people from different parts of the world, some from desert. Here in this picture you can see some people from the desert and some from the frozen lands and some from the hot wet rainforest. Here in this picture there are people from the different places. They look so different from me. Here Renuka is observing the picture and she is telling those people look so much different from me. Okay, means Renuka is telling that. Okay, and they may look different but they share the same basic needs of life, that is food, clothing and shelter. See, those people, they may look different but every people have the basic needs, that is food, cloth and the shelter. Even though people from Davangere and also people from Amazon river basin areas, every people share the same needs, that is food, clothes and shelter. Okay, food, clothes and shelter are the basic needs which all the people share. Okay, even though those people look different among themselves, they are different from us, but every people has the basic needs, that is food, cloth and the shelter. Understood guys? Yes, here in this whole story what they are telling, they are introducing us a different kind of people. Even though they are different, they share the same basic needs, that is food, clothes and the shelter. Okay. They next you see here, their children do the same things as you probably do. They play games, quarrel sometimes and then make up, sing, dance and help the families with the various things that need to be done. Yes, their uncle is saying to Renuka that even though those people look different from us, they share a common needs, that is food, clothes and shelter, and also their children, those people children will be same as like you guys. They will also quarrel and they will also make up. They will also dance, they will also sing. Everything is similar to you guys. It means that every people are same. Okay, even though they look different, but the basic needs are same, activities are same. That is what the uncle is saying to Renuka. Okay, then they live closer to the nature and very early in their lives have learned to care for nature. And he is telling that those people, they will live closer to a nature. That is how they will learn to care about the nature in the early days of their life. Okay, if you see, means they are always dependent upon the nature. They care for the nature. Okay, their parents care for the nature. When the children have born, they will also start to care for the nature. That's what he is telling. They live nearer to the nature. That is why they start to care the nature in the early days of their life. Yes. They learn how to catch the fish and how to collect the materials from the forest, because they are near to a water bodies, so they know how to catch the fish and also how to collect the food from the forest. Okay, materials from the forest, everything they know. Here in this storyboard, what they explained us is that people look different, but every people share the common basic needs, that is food, clothes and the shelter, and also they will be similar in the attitude like us, and also they will practice their own neighborhood practices, like if there is if their livelihood is dependent upon the water bodies, they will catch the fish. If they are dependent on the forest, they will collect the materials from the forest. That is what they are going to say here. That is, even though people look different, but they share a common basic needs and attitudes, etc. Now, life in the Amazon basin. The next one is life in the Amazon basin. So, now we are going to see how the life was in this Amazon basin. You know, Amazon basin means the base or the land area which is nearer to the Amazon river, that is Amazon basin. How the life was there at that place, that we'll see in this lesson. Before learning about the Amazon basin, let us look at the map. See here, look at the map which is down. Notice that the tropical region lies very close to a equator between 10 degree north to and 10 degree south. Here you can notice in the map that is from, this is the equator. This is the equator which is situated between 10 degree north and 10 degree south. This equator is in between the 10 degree north and 10 degree south, 0. Okay. So, this is the equator. Near the equator, we see the region that is tropic. Okay. The near the equator region is tropic. Okay. So, it is referred to as the equatorial region. The river Amazon flows through this region. River Amazon, it will flows through this region, through the equator. River Amazon will flows through the equator, which is situated in between 10 degree north and the 10 degree south. Okay. What is that? Okay. Through the region. Notice how it flows from the mountains to the west and reaches the Atlantic Ocean to the east. In the map, you can see that Amazon river, it is originated from the mountains and it will flows to a west. Again, it will flows to a east. Like this Amazon river, it is flowing in the equatorial region, starting from the Himalayas. It is flowing to a west and again it will flows to a east to reach the Atlantic Ocean. This is how Amazon river. See, it is originating from the mountains and flowing to the west, and again it is moving to the east to reach the Atlantic Ocean in the equatorial region. Understood? Yes. Okay. The place where a river flows into another body of water is called river's mouth. Now, see, this Amazon river, it is moving and it is reaching Atlantic Ocean. Okay, this Amazon river, here it is moving to the east and reaching this Atlantic Ocean. This Atlantic Ocean is a one type of water body, and this river is also a different type of water body. Here, when the water moves from one river or one water body to another water body, that we call as river mouth. The place where water moves from one water body to another water body, that place we call a river mouth. Okay. Numerous tributaries join the Amazon river to form a Amazon basin. See, here in the, let me rub this and write it again. in the equator we see Amazon, sorry, this is the equator and we see here the Amazon river is moving. Okay, this is moving like that, and for this Amazon river many tributaries or many other rivers they are joining and forming a basin. Understood? For this Amazon river many other tributaries or rivers are joining and that forms the Amazon basin. Okay. The river basin drains portion of Brazil, parts of Peru and Bolivia, Ecuador and Colombia and a small part of Venezuela. See, this Amazon river, where and all it flows? It flows in the Brazil, a part of Venezuela, part of Peru, part of Bolivia and the Ecuador, Colombia, everything. All these countries have some part of this Amazon river. Okay. So this is about the life in the Amazon basin. So we have seen that Amazon basin, where it is located, Amazon river, it flows from the mountains and goes to a west and again it will flows to east to reach the Atlantic Oceans. The place from where one river or one water body meets the another water body, that place is known as river mouth. And we have seen that this Amazon river will flow in the equator region. The region which is located in between the 10 degrees Celsius north and the 10 degrees Celsius south, and the region around this equator is known as tropical region. Okay, so this is about the life in the Amazon basin. Look into the part that is, do you know, beside the life on the Amazon basin, there they had given when the Spanish explorers discovered the Amazon river. This Amazon river, it was first discovered by the Spanish explorers. Okay, with this Amazon river, it was first discovered by the Spanish explorers. They were attacked by a group of local tribes wearing a headgears and grass skirts. See, while those scholars, they were moving in the Amazon basin, then they were attacked by the people who wore you have seen the Adivasis dresses, they will wear tree leaves as their skirt, and also those scholars were attacked by the people who wore that kind of dresses, and these people reminded them from the fierce tribe of women warriors known in ancient Roman Empire as the Amazons, hence the name Amazon. Okay, what they are telling is that these people reminded them of the fierce tribe of women warriors known in the ancient Roman Empire as Amazon. Okay. By looking into that people, these scholars thought of the women in the empire, that is women in the ancient Roman Empire, they were called as Amazons. That is why they thought of, let me explain it clearly. Those scholars will be going, okay, they will discover this Amazon river. At that time, they will also see some kind of Adivasis. By seeing that kind of Adivasis, these scholars, they will think about the women in the Roman Empire. Those women were called Amazons. So they will think of those, okay, these people are similar to those Amazons. That is why they keep this river name as Amazon River. Okay, understood how it came? The Amazon rivers, how it came means, the scholars, while discovering the Amazon River, they were attacked or they were attacked by this type of Adivasis. Looking into those Adivasis, they remember the Amazons or a woman in the Roman Empire. By thinking about them, they think these people look like Amazons. That is how they will keep this river name as Amazon River. Understood? Yes. So that is the story about the Amazon River. How it came? By looking into the people present at the Amazon River, scholars remembered the women in the Roman Empire. They thought that these people also look like these Amazon River people also look like women in the Roman Empire. Those women in the Roman Empire were called as Amazons. So they kept that name to these people, and eventually that river became Amazon River. So this is the story of the Amazon River. Okay. So now we have seen the life in the Amazon forest. Now we'll see the another topic, that is climate. That is climate. Okay. You can see here or listen what I am reading. As you know now, the Amazon basin stretches directly on the equator and is characterized by hot and the wet climate throughout the year. See, in the equator region, there will be a very hot and the wet climate. It will be very hot in the wet climate. That's why Amazon River will also be in a hot and a wet climate, because Amazon River flows in the equatorial region. Both day and nights are almost equally hot and humid. The day and nights at that region, at the equatorial region, they will be equally hot and humid. But here in our region, it will be very cool at the night and very hot at the days. But in the equatorial region, it will be similar. Both day and night will experience similar kind of hot and the humid temperature. Okay. There, the skin feels sticky. It will be because of very hotness, water will be absorbed. So our skin will be sticky. Okay, it will be glowing like this. Okay. It rains almost every day at that place. It rains almost every day. Okay. That too without much warning, because there we cannot predict the rain. It rains every day. The day temperature very high and very high humidity. At the region of that equatorial region, there will be a day temperature will be very high, and the night temperature goes down, but the humidity remains high. At the night time, temperature will go down, but the humidity remains same. See, at the daytime, temperature will be high and also humidity will be high. But at the night time, temperature will be low, but humidity remains the same. So, this is about the climate. We have seen the climate of this Amazon River. In the Amazon River, which falls at the equatorial place, at that place, there will be much hot and the humid climate. It rains every day, and also the temperature at the night and the daytime, it will be similar. Okay. And also the temperature, the humidity will be similar, and the temperature at the night, it will decreases and it will increases at the daytime. So at the tropical region or equatorial region, it will be very hot. Okay, and rains cannot be predicted. That's what they are telling in the climate. Then we'll see rainforest. Rainforest, as it rains heavily in this region, thick forests grow. Here now we have seen about the climate of the Amazon, that is very hot and the humid climate. Now we'll see about the rainforest. See, we have seen that it rains every day in the Amazon river side, Amazon river basin. So we can see the forest there, that is rainforest. It rains heavily in the region, thick forest grow. Because of the heavy rain, there will be a thick forest growth. Okay. Thick forest growth. The forests are in fact so thick that the dense roof created by the leaves and the branches do not allow sunlight to reach the ground. The forest area of this Amazon forest, the trees and the canopies will be very thick. They won't allow the sunlight to enter into the surface. Okay, they will be very thick. The branches will be very thick. Imagine this is one tree and this is a branch and this is another tree and this is branch. They will be very thick that they won't allow sunrise to enter. Okay, created by, okay, enter the ground. The ground remains dark and damp. Because of no sunlight, the ground remains dark and damp. Only shade tolerant vegetation may grow here. So there will be no sunlight. There will always be a shade. So the shade tolerant varieties or a vegetation can be grown there. The vegetation which wants sunlight, those vegetation cannot be grown at that place. Only shade tolerant or shade loving plants can be grown. Okay. Orchids, bromeliads grow as plant parasites. There we can see orchids and bromeliads as plant parasite. Parasite means which depend upon the other organism for its life. These orchids and bromeliads, they live as the plant parasite, means they will be dependent upon the plant for their life. Okay, this orchid is also a plant or a flower. Okay, they will depend on other plants. That is why they are called as plant parasites. The rainforest is rich in fauna. Birds such as toucans and hummingbirds, bird of paradise with their brilliantly colored plumage, oversized bills of eating make them different from the birds we commonly see in India. There we can see more amount of fauna. Fauna means animals, flora means plants. Okay. And also the birds like hummingbird, the birds like bird of paradise and also toucans. These are some of the birds. They will have a beautiful plumage. Plumage means feathers. They will have a beautiful feathers and they will eat a lot. That is why they are different from the birds from our region. Okay. These birds also make loud sound in the forest. These birds will make a loud sound in the forest. Animals like monkeys, sloth and the ant-eating tapirs are found here. Here some animals like monkeys, sloth and this ant-eating tapirs, everything can be found here. Various species of reptiles and snakes also thrive in these jungles. Reptiles means lizards, snakes, crocodiles, turtles. Those are the reptiles. Those kind of reptiles like snakes, everything can be seen here. Crocodiles, snakes, pythons, those are abundant. Okay, these crocodiles, snakes and the pythons. Pythons is a type of a snake. Okay, those are abundant in this area. Anaconda and boa constrictor are some of the species beside basin is a home to thousands of the species of the insects, and here we can see anaconda as well. And also apart from these species, this Amazon river basin, it is a home for many kind of species. And also for the insect species, it is also a home. We can see many kind of insects in this Amazon river or Amazon forest. Okay, in this rainforest of which is situated near the Amazon river. Several species of fishing includes the flesh-eating piranha fish is also found in the river. See, we can see many fishes in the river. In that, flesh-eating type of fish which eat the flesh, meat, that it can eat flesh-eating fishes like piranha, P-A-R-A-N-H-A, piranha. Okay, these kind of fish also seen here which eat the flesh. This basin is thus extraordinarily rich in the variety of life found there. So, this is how it is extraordinarily rich in the variety of lives. See, here in this rainforest we can see many kind of trees, orchids, bromeliads, and also birds like hummingbird and bird of paradise, and also we can see some kind of animals like monkeys and sloths, bears, and also fishes like piranha which eat the flesh, and also we can see many kind of reptiles like anaconda, snakes, pythons. These we can see many kind of insects as well. So that is why we call this Amazon river as a home of many kind of plants and animals. So now we have seen about the lifestyle, how Amazon river originated and how the lifestyle of that people, and we have seen how the climate will be there in the tropical region or Amazon region, and we have seen the rainforest. It rains heavily every day. That is why we see thick kind of forest which won't allow the sunlight to enter into the ground. That is why we see dark ground in the dark soil in the ground, and we see there only shade loving plants can grow, and we can see many kind of creatures on the Amazon river. So it is a home for many kind of living creatures. So this is about the life in the Amazon river, climate, and the rainforest, which is very different from the region. Our region is very cool, as well as it is somewhat okay, but there it will be very extremely hot, and also we can see very extreme creatures there, but here we cannot see them. So this is the difference between one climate to or one region to another region. So today we have seen about the climate and rainforest and life of the Amazon river. How the Amazon river name came? Because of the scholars or Spanish scholars, they thought the people living in the Amazon river as Amazons. Amazons means a woman in the Roman Empire. They thought the people living in the Amazon river as the Amazons, and they named this river as the Amazon river. Understood? So this is about the today's class, and we will see the next topics in the further classes. So thank you.